Murphy's Gardening Service again. Just a little video on rose pruning. I have done one before, mainly for the general public, but this time I'm doing one for the contractors. Just how I go about the job. We start early June and go right through to late July, early August, only because I've got so many premises that require rose pruning. So this little demonstration, I'll just go through what tools I use, what techniques I use, and how I finish up the job. Hope you enjoy, and we'll see how we go. Okay, the tools that we're going to use, bypass secateurs, regularly sharpened, and also dipped in a solution of methylated spirits. So we don't want to cross-contaminate diseases from one rose to the next, nor cross-contaminate between roses between one property to another property. Nothing worse when a customer rings up and says that their rose bush has been infected by another rose bush. So just take note of that and be careful. Bypass loppers for the bigger canes, the saw, gloves, and attention to detail, and we'll have a look at a rose bush to prune. We've reduced that now by 2/3. We've left about 6 vines. I got a bit fancy there when I used the saw, but that's the sort of things you can use the saw, the pruners, or the bypass loppers. So basically you've got the vase. We've cut to the node, so our future growth will go out here, and you'll see. So you've left that middle open, let the air circulate, and you'll come up with a nice little rose. As with all roses, when you finish pruning, an application of sulphur just to stop any disease. There's little spots of white there, but generally they're pretty healthy. But always give them a spray and remove all the dead leaves from around the base. And when we complete, we'll use a sugarcane mulch just to thin it. So I'll prune the rest of these, and we'll talk a bit after. Alright, we've just completed these roses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 dozen rose bushes there. When you complete the pruning, rake all the leaves. I'll weed out the garden bed too, because the customer can't get there when the rose thorns during the growing season, so Just a nice little touch to finish that off, and then just top dress that with a sugarcane mulch, and it just brings it up nicely. Don't forget to spray. Fertilising I don't do until the springtime. I use a impact sudden for roses. There's no point in feeding now because they're not growing, so I'll wait till the spring, and as soon as a bit of life starts, well, that's when we hit it with the fertiliser. Other than that, quotation. How much would you quote to do a job like that? This one will probably take an hour by the time you've pruned, weeded out the garden bed and put some mulch down. In your quotation, you've got to consider got a bag to go to the tip, the time to go to the tip, all your cleaning up and packing up. So quoting this rose bushes is a pretty easy thing. I can have a look at it and I can realise it might take me 2 hours. So it's up to you to decide how long you think it'll take, and then use your hourly rate to work out a quote. Now remember our hourly rate, we're going to work that out. We always have billable hours and non-billable hours through our week. We can only work so many hours a week, actual work, actual on the tools, and then there's a non-billable hours where we can't make any money off that because it's book work, there's following up quotes, maintenance of equipment, etc. So I've worked out a little system where I've worked out my hourly rate. Some gardeners in Australia charge between $40 to $150 an hour. Now, depending on the experience of the gardener and how fast he works, how efficient is the level of how much he'll charge. You'll know what hourly rate you should charge. Don't get caught up with the $40 hour, boys, because you make no money that way, and you might as well work for wages. So you're running a business, so that hourly rate is not an hourly rate that you're being paid by an employer. It's an hourly rate that you're paying yourself, covering your business expenses. So in that hourly rate, there'll be a component of your time, your business expenses, and also your profit. So your $40 an hour you might pay yourself might work out to $80 by the time you add in all your external items, your running costs of your business. Most of us experienced guys are well over the 100 an hour, up to 150 in cases, depending if we're picking up tools. But you'll know the market as well, that also dictates what you can charge. So when you're quoting a job, have a look at it. Make sure you cover all the extra bits. It's not just pruning the roses, it's weeding, it's putting the mulch down, it's going to the tip, it's cleaning up, packing up, and that can take time. Alright, just a couple little tips. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. The more subscription we can get, the more we can get our word out there. So we'll catch you later.